All right, let's start. Got some allergies. Let's start. Okay. Here we go. Some allergies. Let's start. Good. Audio is working. Can I mute this somehow? Or know what I'll do? Good. Audio is working. Okay. Oops. Good. All right. Audio is working. I'm gonna Awesome. Okay. Start the browser. Let's get going. Where were we? Start the browser. Let's get going. Who's talking? No, I'm not going to do cell phone. I was trying to monitor myself on my phone. That's not working. Okay. Let's start the browser. I'm going to start it in playwright mode, because I think it's very likely we're going to want that in a moment. So let me just start my browser this way. Let's go into Chatfield. Let's get reviewed. Let's get started. Let's make some open source today. Let's get some coffee in me. All right, we're making open source. We're doing forms. Yeah, we're doing W9s. Actually, today I think we'll be able to expand into other forms. Oh, I remember now that I'm back into a daily routine. I remember we want to do other forms. I want to go do a Thai form. That'll be fun. I want to go do a Thai language form. That'll be fun. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so next code. Thank you. Now, okay. Right, we still have the problem where this code is like modified from the repo. Let's not jump around too much. It was the tomorrow plan that I wanted to read. Okay. And what else did I want? Anything else? Okay. Let's go read the review. Let's go read the journal from yesterday and dive in. Was that the not the weekly, the daily from yesterday? Yep. Okay. So Chatfield is a side quest on a larger project about Vibe DevOps. And what Chatfield is a form. There's fields and values that we want to get from a human, but rather than be a graphical user interface, it is completely conversational user interface. So it will just ask, what is your scope of work? What is your budget? That kind of thing, based on the form, just like a web form. It's implemented in both TypeScript and Python. And it runs furthermore on the server side in both languages and also on the browser side in TypeScript. And so Chatfield's kind of back-end only. It just does the conversation part. You do all UI. It does no UI or anything like that. What it does instead is the conversation. And then it will validate and transform the strings coming back from the conversation, of the answers of these values into anything you like. So for example, this budget, the user might type in 1,000, THOUSAND, and then that can be easily converted to an integer or to a real number with Chatfield. I haven't been working on this in a while, but Chatfield is built on LangGraph and LangChain internally. Although I've been working on, if you like, the front end of Chatfield, the use cases of Chatfield. What I mean is, because Chatfield's only back end driving the conversation, I've been experimenting with plugging in all sorts of front ends like web applications and today PDF applications. So yesterday, in addition to just kind of being all over the place, the main drive is these PDF forms. What I want ultimately is for Chatfield, because Chatfield can have a conversation, I want to take my cell phone, I want to just take a photograph of a piece of paper, a form from a real world environment, a form, a doctor's office or something like that. And then I want Chatfield to drive the conversation to complete the form, really as if the form had a person there saying, hello, what is your name? Okay, I'll write that down. What is your address? Stuff like that. It's even better because they're computers, so potentially either Chatfield or something related could actually look up this sort of information. But that's the goal for PDF forms. And then furthermore, not just proper PDF forms, but also improper PDF forms, you might say, which is to say PDFs which haven't got any text metadata in them, or haven't got any form metadata in them indicating this is a field, this is its location, this is where it goes, and this sort of thing. That's the goal. Because after PDF with no metadata, I want to move on to JPEG, PNG, raster image of from a real world cell phone. I want Chatfield to say these are the forms, these are the fields, and have it talk to you and have it complete the form. So that's what we're trying to do with the PDF form workflow. Let me go off camera and deal with my allergies here. Oops. What did I do? I don't know what I did. Did I lock something? Unlock something? I don't know what I did. Doesn't matter. Okay. So we did a little work on tooltips. I wanted to ask Claude Code. I wanted to ask Claude Code to follow up on that. And the thing is, there's this server, which we can get to. I said Chatfield has no front end. And so I've done kind of a little bit of work building a web application to talk to it, which is, of course, a secondary system. It's not a primary part of Chatfield. But I put in kind of a lot of work now. I'm sort of annoyed at this server for the purpose of letting Claude Code use Chatfield to ask me questions. That is the kind of idea here. I definitely, in the shorter medium term, in the next few sessions, hopefully, want to turn this Chatfield server here into an MCP server. That's the idea. And then let Claude Code use Chatfield anytime it has a question. I predict, or my hypothesis, I don't even know if I predict this, but my hypothesis is that by using this mental model, by using this language of forms and fields and validation, all this boring stuff, the reason it's exciting to use all this boring stuff is that the language model will, understand these concepts and then drive the correct outcomes, ultimately do the right thing and populate the form correctly. Ultimately, ask me what's on the form, listen to me give responses, and then complete the form. That is that's a goal there as well. Okay, tooltip support, interview completion, more transparent. All right, so then let's go see. I had a plan for tomorrow. Oh yeah, my _done bug is annoying. But I think I got it nailed. I think I kind of got it nailed down. Or I remember. It may not be completely done, but one of the most common bugs that it has, I think I found yesterday. Okay. So we're going to get started. So what I'm going to try to do is, the problem is, I know exactly the problem. Let's do this. Let's see if I can do this. Open Python /examples /PDF /FW9. Okay. Oops. So I've been saying for several days, PDF forms are just not the same as web forms in mostly tedious, kind of superficial ways. Yeah, that's how I feel. The whole point of this is that I'm saying, oh, Chatfield can do a W9 just as Chatfield has done a Polish language web form. It's at some level, it's all fields and values that we're talking about here, or keys and values. It's all fields representing keys and values. And so I think the bug yesterday, just to get super concrete, the bug yesterday was these checkboxes. Can I zoom in anymore? These checkboxes were sort of individually not set. Click one of the following 7. See, this is so great. This is why a language model is going to crush this. That's so good. That's really tough to solve. If you even try to solve this problem before large language models, you're doing regular expressions and heuristics and stuff like that. It's gnarly. It's no good. What I'm saying is to determine that these checkboxes are, in fact, as a practical matter, radio boxes, radio buttons. Let's get some coffee in me. So the bug yesterday was, the key point is you could imagine an interviewer asking someone questions in order to populate this form. They would, at some point, say, thank you, we're done. And Chatfield did not do that. It said, thank you, we're done. But it did not exit the conversation. It did not mark the conversation done. And the reason for that is the way being done is detected is that all of the fields are populated. That seemed like a sensible thing in like back in web applications. With HTML forms, that's more or less how it works. And and one big reason for that is select and radio. These things with multiple options, they roll up into one value. They roll up more or less automatically by the browser or by the UI. And in PDF, they do not. So these were each individual Boolean objects. And I think, actually, let's go read it. Individual soul. Let's go read that. So that'll be the interview.py. No, not my implementation. It'll be the example. No, it'll be the server. Mm-hmm. Here it is. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is the IRS tax form. Perfect. We're getting this top form stuff. That's wonderful. So let's go. Look, C corporate. Here it is. Are you a C corporation? This checkbox is for C. And so then it's as bool. Okay. So despite I see. Okay. I have a couple of thoughts. So despite a couple of things, I think for one thing, this is a different data model than Claude Code has output before. What I'm looking at here, Claude Code writes this. It looks at a PDF. It converts it to Chatfield data definition. And then the server just runs that conversation for me in the browser. That's how this works. And so the idea is Claude Code. I can then point Claude Code at any PDF. I can say, hey, go pull a PDF from my email attachments and fill a form. That's the idea. That's the idea of Claude Code being involved in this. Is I can prototype kind of a lot of cool stuff, because Claude Code can go pull a PDF from anywhere, in the multiverse, and plop it on my folder and plop it in my working directory. Very well, very well. And so the idea here is to say, well, now you've got a skill. These are all PDF skills. I forked the PDF skill of Claude Code, and here it is. This is basically a fork of the Anthropic upstream. Oh yeah, let's do our kind of daily rituals. Drink a big coffee and go pull upstream. Nope. I'm never going to remember skills. Git, fetch, upstream. It's going to say no up. It's going to no up. Yeah, they never change anything. Okay, git log. So I did this change. Wait, did I review this on the thing? Somebody said that. I think I did. I think I did review it on the stream. I must have. I think they ignored the pull request, which is perfectly fine. But someone commented on my PR like, "Oh my God, I had exactly the same confusion and concern." It was really, really a pleasure to bump into that message. Let me pause and have some allergies here, or mute nose. Okay. That was so fun. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's get some forms filled because I want to move. I want to do a form in a language that I don't know by the end of today. That's the stretch goal. That's the goal. So then the question is maybe how robust do I want to make this? Because this looks like this is kind of. So I have two thoughts. LLC. So here's one thought. Check only one of the following 7 boxes is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Whew, look at this extra fields. This is going to be gnarly. To get this thing good, this is going to be gnarly. But this is great because the goal is do this on a form which has no metadata whatsoever. And I've done a ton of work at work on reading documents and using vision models and language models and stuff. It's not a miracle, but it's pretty close. It's pretty good. It's one of the best use cases I think I see these vision models. Microsoft made a vision model, which is among other things, among being brilliant in many other ways, it's fast and super good on, you can run it even locally. Florence 2 is what I'm thinking of. To scan in these documents, it's nice. It's amazing. Okay. You can fine tune it. Okay. So, check the LLC box. Okay, requester's name. Now, where was this? So there's the SSN or EIN. Yeah. So I see a problem. Yeah, I see a problem. I think I kind of want to dump. I mean, the real goal would be to dump. Is there anything out like that in Python yet? Like convert, convert. I never thought I'd search for this in my life. Convert PDF to Markdown. I've done a lot of work like this at work too, converting PDF and converting websites to Markdown. No. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Online converters. No. All right, drop me into AI mode. Light PDF. Ooh. No. AI says no. Obsidian. No. I don't know about that. It's a weird thing to search for. Here we go. Ooh, yes, exactly. Mark it down. That's the one I've heard of. Yeah. I think I've heard of Mark it down. Yes. Yeah, totally. Oh God, I've built a little bit of code like this at work already. I'm so glad that it's open source and higher quality. I don't know. Okay, mark it down. Developed by Microsoft. preserving document structure. Oh, whoa. By Microsoft? Oh my God. Dictionary, the markdown text is... Are you serious? This is a hallucination? Open source tool using deep learning models for layout analysis. Yeah, that's like the previous generation. They still do that. I've seen Azure has stuff that does this on, like, hosted. It's awesome. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Broader file format support. Yeah, but if it's from Microsoft, I'm going to maybe give it a glance. Let's see if that's true. PDF Plumber. Right. Markdown to phi. Text layer in the PDF. Yeah, exactly. Convert it with PyPDF2. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, marker. Convert PDF to Markdown. So what is this? 1,000 commits? That's no joke. Release 70 releases. $110. Okay. So this looks real. PDF image. To Markdown. Saves images. That's pretty amazing. It's pretty awesome. Okay. Use LLM. Merge tables. Yeah, of course it will. That's pretty awesome. Code is GPL. Okay. All right. This looks a bit complex, maybe. Marker PDF. Marker PDF. Yeah, this looks like an ops headache at the moment. Let's keep going. That one looks amazing, but marker. What is that? Wait a second. Is this? Okay, I think this is AI slop. Is this AI slop? Is this spam? Or is it's... I'm not sure. Let's keep going. Okay. No, mark it down is no joke. Yeah. Oh, look at that. I can get an MCP. I don't even have to install it. I can get it as MCP. Yeah. Yeah, cool. They can run it as MCP, so I don't need to put it in my skill for the moment. I could just leave it as an MCP server. Let's try that. Wait, what? 01 by Microsoft. MCP registry. Really? Okay. 82,000. Oh, dang. It's like, okay, good. Mark it down MCP. So we're there. Yes. Pip install to run it using standard IO, using HTTP. So let's try installing it. Let's just quickly glance. I think MCP is going to be the best. Yeah, let's just try it. So we're supposed to be in Python. Should be fine. Pip install. Let me just paste it. Okay. So let's see what that does. Excel, okay. All right. So that's all installed. Ooh, speech recognition. I'm liking that. Okay, so I think I may just add it by hand. AWS knowledge. Standard IO. I think I'm just going to add it by hand. I don't see any reason why not. So then, what do they call it? Oh, Docker? That's fine. I already pip installed it. It's fine. Yeah, here you go. Mark it down. If you want to mount, no, I don't want to mount. Edit it to include following shit. Okay. No, my command is going to be, didn't they tell me to do it already? Like this, mark it down MCP. Let's see. MCP. Yep. Okay. So let's do that. Let's have playwright at the top. Mark it down. Uh-huh. It's going to be mark it down MCP. Will there be any arguments at all? I think maybe not. Build, run. Once mounted, all files, what mounted? No, that's Docker. Yeah, that's Docker. Okay. Accessing Claude, fine. --rm, really? Oh, that's Docker. Nope, it just runs. That's running the Docker command, --rm. Mounting, debugging. Oh dear. I hope I don't have to debug this thing. If I have to debug this thing, then... Let's see. Where is... Yeah, that looks pretty good. Special extension. Yeah. What is that? 168 commits. Okay. Let's stick with mark it down. All right, let's keep going. Now we have MCP. I believe it's like ready to go. I believe there's no arguments and there's no environment. I believe it's pretty much like that. Let's just try it. 32 release notes. Undeprecate output. They're moving fast and they're breaking things. That's great. Company announcements. Okay. Okay, and they fixed a bug. Wonderful. So what is this output? I don't even remember what in the world this thing's supposed to be. This changes how completes coding tasks efficiently and provides concise responses. Explains its implementation. Oh, okay. Pauses and asks you to write a small piece of code. Are you kidding me? Get out of my face, output style. Okay, we're trying to get work done here. So, what is it? At MCP Markdown. Yeah, totally. So it's enabled. Show me a Markdown render of the PDF in what? Python / examples. No, Python / Chatfield / server / no. The PDF is in the PDF / fw9.pdf. I think that's it. Oops, stop. fw9.pdf. I think that's it. Yeah. Let's see if it does it. Yeah, mark it down. Convert. Okay. Nice. Oh, good. Now, this wouldn't be too hard to do as code. And then I would put it into my skill. And I still might do that. But I'm still kind of basically exploring what... I've talked about this in a couple of sessions. What would it look like for Claude Code to be more in the critical path, more in the production code path, more in the production delivery, rather than on the development side? This isn't bad. Okay. Yeah, whatever. This is fine for a language model. This is good. Okay. Now, can mark it down do stuff? Mark it down -mcp -help. This is really awesome. Let me go off camera and steep. This is cool. Okay. Drink some coffee here. HTTP. Oh, and I have a hard stop for sure. Hey, Google, set a timer for 2 hours. I definitely need to log out on time. Okay. SSE. Let's check mark it down. Let's see what that does. Extension, MIME type, character set. Oh, wait, is this AWS document intelligence? Is that what that is? Oh, of course it is, because it's from Microsoft. So I was talking about this just a few minutes ago. Document intelligence is good. Document intelligence is good. They've renamed it like 50 times. It's annoying, and everything in Azure has a tedious name. But I love document intelligence. Okay, next. It's an ops headache. All that cloud stuff is super, it's zero dev, but it's just a pain in the neck ops wise to wire it all up. But document intelligence is awesome. List plugins, keep data URIs. Okay, so there's nothing. So it doesn't really like have any options or bells and whistles or something. So that's great. So we have MCP now. So here's the point. I want Claude Code to see this PDF and to see, for example, strings like this. Where is it? Check only one of the following 7 boxes. That's a massive like thing. So then let me just search. What is it? Check only. I just read it. Check only one. Here it is. Line 2, line 3A. Interesting. Oh, interesting here. I wonder what that is. What I've done at work, which works super well, is you do Markdown and you just straight up embed paragraph tags. You embed HTML. You embed paragraph tags or spans or divs. I usually did paragraph tags with IDs, and then you can reference them later in an HTML or in a CSS selector or something like that kind of syntax. And again, you're tapping into the language model. So I say, yeah, here's like, it doesn't care that it's marked down with embedded HTML. It totally doesn't care. It's not really trying to read this the same way we are. So then you can reference, for example, these particular paragraphs. Where was that? Where it said, oh, line 3, line 4. Let me just search it. Yeah, here. You could wrap that in a paragraph tag or a div or a span or anything you want with an ID. And the language model loves that. It's super trained to track IDs of HTML fragments or HTML tags. So, okay, we're good there. Okay. Oh, there's like massive instructions. That's a huge point. This is great. There's massive instructions. Okay, so the next thing is I was thinking about doing this visually also. It wouldn't be too hard if I tell the Claude Code skill, hey, dump this thing out visually. Let's not for the moment. Let's get multimodal, you know. Let's not for the moment. Let's keep going. So now I want to update the prompt to say to do that. So let's try this skill. Or sorry, not the skill. So the skill references, I guess, just the forms, right? Yeah. So the forms, let's see. Let's get some more coffee in me. I want to tell it to use this new MCP tool. I want to tell it to use what do you call it? Mark it down. I think I'm just going to say it. Okay. And then it's when you make that first JSON file, right? foo.form. For any PDF foo, the workflow creates foo.form.json. And, oh, I know. Form definition. foo.form.markdown, markdown render, markdown, like, what am I trying to say? Like downscale markdown version of the markdown version. The workflow creates foo.form. Its markdown content, or its content as markdown. Foo.form.json, its form definition, and foo.values.json collected data, and then foo.done.pdf is the filled PDF. Right, okay. Step 1, extract the form fields. Extract the fillable, extract content and form fields. That's the point. Extract fillable. Okay, first convert the PDF into Markdown, using, first convert the PDF, first generate the PDF, generate the, what am I trying to say? As simple as plain Markdown using, and then I'm going to paste, whoops, what was that? Paste the Markdown MCP tool. First, extract the content as plain Markdown using the Markdown MCP tool to produce what? Oh, input.form, input.pdf, right. Base name, right? Read the generated base name. Where's that base name come from? Right, base name. Overview, yes. Step 2, okay. Here it is. Man, this is a big, checkboxes have check value radio groups. Do they even? Multiple choices. Okay, that's good enough. That's a bunch of examples. Okay. Whoops. Base name dot form.md. Yeah. Yeah, we'll try that. Okay. Oh, first, yes. Extract the content, extract the file content as plain Markdown using the Markdown MCP tool to produce base name. Jeez, I can't type base name. Let's drink more coffee. To produce base name.form.md. Read this entire file because its contents will help you will help you better, understand the form. Read this entire file, read and understand. Read this entire file because its contents will help you better understand and represent the form fields, values, form fields, validations, transformations. Better understand and represent the form later. Okay. Next, extract fillable form fields metadata from your PDF. This creates a JSON file containing the metadata. Yes. The field metadata. Okay. Perfect. Ooh, I wonder if Markdown, what is that? Or that MC, or that, what is that? Markdownify? Is that what they called it? mark it down, sorry. If that mark it down tool can do PDFs without content, and the answer is without metadata and without text. And I think the answer is yes. If you click on that document intelligence, it definitely can. I've used document intelligence for PDFs with no text content. It works basically awesome. If you do a little work, it works awesome. Okay, so I think this is good. I may even use that to kind of prove this thing out. Because document intelligence, I think, could also do a pretty good job on a photograph of a piece of paper as well. It definitely could. Okay. Okay. Extract the fillable form metadata from your PDF. Extract fillable form. Okay. Done. So the next thing is tooltips. Define the interview in this. Read the created OIC. Let's do this. Let's make it read later. Okay. Read the created base name dot form. Let's see. Dot form dot JSON and base name dot form dot MD. Read the created files, right? What am I trying to say? Read the created to learn and understand, right? To learn and understand nope. This form definition. To learn and understand this form. It's objective. It's broad, like focus. It's broad focus. It's fields. Validations, like useful transformations, it's fields, validations, and useful transformations. Potentially useful. It's validation, it's fields and validation. That's fine. Okay. This form. Next, define that form as a Chatfield interview object by editing Python. Okay. Defining the interview object to be identical within the, right. To the definition. Defining the interview to be identical to the form. Oh, that's why those fields are coming out totally insane. This is awesome. It said identical to this JSON file, so that's great. Always configure Alice and Ball, right? With these traits. Uses plain language when acting, converts responses to valid form data. Converts like converts responses to valid. Okay, fine. Okay. For example, so then there's a massive thing, right? Type in trait. Yes. Okay, federal tax. Okay. Good. Whoa. Okay. People are messaging me about work. Okay, sorry, people are messaging me about work. I'm trying to write code here. Okay. So Here's the point. I want to use that. There's a point here where it does hints and stuff like that. Let's see. Field type mapping, text. Yeah. Customize the interview. This is not recommended. This is mandatory. Recommended. Yeah, no, this is mandatory. The interview definition is fully customizable. You should enhance it to provide a better user experience. See Chatfield.md for a complete API reference. That's fine. Required configuration, Alice and Bob roles. Alice traits, Bob traits. Doesn't it already say that? Required. Always configure Alice and Bob roles. Always configure Alice and Bob roles with these traits as a starting point. Okay, Alice uses plain language. Right. I think I can drop this out. So then I'm going to drop, where does it say? Alice and Bob roles, Alice traits, Bob traits, uses plain language. Yeah, I don't want to make it redundant. I think it's fine. Next. So here's the recommended customizations, right? So firstly, I want to say, no, I think it's working. Fully customizable. You should enhance it. Right. Clear descriptions. Social security number instead of field IDs. Right. Helpful context. Add .hint. Most individuals select. Oh, I remember a little idea I had. I'm going to get this thing churning on something I wanted to do. Clear. Find all, what is it called? Possible. Whoa. Or, yeah, it must be possible, right? Grep-v node modules. Cookbook. Yeah. Trait possible. Show me. Okay. I want to pull all possible from the implementation of traits. Can you tell me everywhere where possible traits are mentioned in the entire code base? Python, TypeScript, and what am I saying? And Markdown, and documentation. Off you go. Wait, is it planning? It doesn't need to plan. It'll just tell me. Okay. I'm going to make it pull all this possible stuff out. This has been an annoying thing for a long time. Okay. Clear descriptions instead of field IDs. Use clear descriptions. Clear descriptions. Use description instead of field IDs. Let's do this. So where you see use what I'm trying to incorporate this markdown dump now instead of field IDs. Recommended customization. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to say. It's fully customizable. You should enhance it to provide a better user experience. Not you should. In second person, always second person. Enhance it to provide a better user experience where possible. See for a complete API reference. Let's see. Chatfield.md. See, it's in here also. Troubleshooting. We're at the top now. Documentation. Complete Chatfield API reference. Yeah, see, I don't think... And then it's in here. Yeah, it mentions it too much. We're taking it out. Okay. Enhance. The interview definition is fully customizable. Enhance it to provide a better user experience where possible. based on your understanding of the form, based on your like analysis of the entire form, of the complete form. It's markdown content, based on your analysis of the enhance it to provide a better, instead of better, more like, what am I trying to say? More human friendly user experience, mental model, and thus user experience. Yeah, where possible. Enhance, improve it. Based on your analysis of the form's total, like based on markdown content and all of its fields taken together. Recommended customizations, right? Clear descriptions instead of field IDs. Okay, so that's good now. I might even say, like, for example, and all of its fields taken together based on your analysis of the form's markdown content and all of its fields taken together. Your analysis of markdown content and considering and all of its fields. Okay, less is more. Okay, so then most individuals select no. Helpful context. I don't like this most individuals. Let's pull it. Helpful context. Add.hint. 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 Where the form context or well-known facts, where the form context, no, that's fine. Where the form context, where the form content, tooltips, or other guidance indicates information or other guidance. Add.hint, where form content, tooltips, or other guidance should be visible, where the user what am I trying to say? Add hint reflecting helpful form. Reflecting like relevant content, tooltips, or other guidance, right? Add.hint reflecting relevant content, tooltips, or other guidance from the form. Okay, use PDF tooltips. If a field has a tooltip, I see. Content, tooltips, right. Let's do this. Use PDF tooltips. If a field has a tooltip, use it as a hint text prefixed with tooltip. Perfect. Tooltips are user-facing guidance from the original PDF. Perfect. I think it knows that. Helpful context. Use PDF tooltips. Helpful hints. Helpful context. Add .hint reflecting tooltip reflecting like instructions, comma, content, comma, or other guidance from the form. Okay. Now, something I really want to do, roll up related fields. When a PDF splits one logical value into multiple fields, as in prefix, use .hint to ask once. Yes, exactly. .hint, first field, what is your social security number? So it wouldn't be what is your social security number, it would just say social security number. .hint, ask for the full SSN, then populate this field with the first 3 digits and other fields, desk, SSN, middle digits. Right, this would be like SSN first digits, .hint, ask for the full SSN, right. Populate from the SSN asked earlier. Right. SSN when provided. Right. Something like that. Additional traits. Add context-specific traits. Example, professional and accurate for tax forms. Oh, context-specific traits to improve success. Example, professional and accurate for tax records optional fields as empty string when the user implies no answer. No. Professional and accurate for tax forms. That's kind of weird. No, I'm pulling that out. And then this is pretty cool. Records optional fields as empty string when user indicates or implies no answer. Here we are. Example improvements. So there's optional. Configure Alice to record blanks. Records optional fields as empty string. Yeah. Records optional fields as empty string. Okay. Where was I? I'm here on line 151. I'm looking for where this is mentioned. It's mentioned in 167, 311, 325, 348, 358. Geez, there's a bunch of copies. And then back up to 167. I feel like I want to make that mandatory. Yeah. Always configure Alice and Bob roles with these traits as a starting point. Empty string. I think I want to like copy that over here. Records optional. Converts responses to valid form data. I think that's fine, huh? That's fine. Records optional fields as empty string when the conversation, when the feedback indicates or implies no answer, right? I guess so. Converts received, right. Uses plain language. Plain language. Converts received, just uppercasing it. Yep. Professional and accurate. I'm just making it uppercase. Okay. Okay. Alice uses plain, and Bob. Okay. Uses plain language when asking questions. Records optional fields as empty string. I guess I'll leave that here. Okay, so then let's keep going. Where were we? Customize. Yeah, so we're customizing. So then a huge thing, where possible, improve it to provide more. Okay, recommended customizations. If the form includes usage instructions, let's see. Oh, if the form includes usage instructions, yes, right. Incorporate, what am I trying to say? Incorporate usage instructions, right? What does it say? The app died? Instructions. Yeah, the purpose of the form. Good. The purpose of the form. Good, good, good. Let me click myself back on. Okay. So let's do that. Usage of the form, specific instructions. Okay. I don't want to get too off, or I don't want to make this like a RAG application too much. Although I do believe Chatfield could kind of have some RAG stuff in it. It would make sense, but so incorporate any usage instructions. If the form contains them. Yeah, incorporate any usage instructions if the form contains them, right? If that content exists. Okay. And what I really want to say is like, what this thing could really do is, yeah, look, line 3A. Yeah. Look, this is awesome. Line 3A. Check the appropriate box. Very cool. Line 3A, line 3B. Okay. If that content exists. If instructions, apply, add .hint calls to with add.hint calls for each add.hint calls to a field for each, or I know what I'm trying to say. So how would you do instructions for the whole document? Let's go read it. Okay, so here's the document. Are there like, right, section references, what? Okay, future developments. What's new? Don't care. Purpose of the form. See, here we go. An individual who is required to file information return is giving you this form because they must obtain your correct taxpayer. This is awesome. This is super awesome. So the purpose of the form, and in fact, there's a lot of U.S. government forms where that's a huge, I think like every IRS form I've ever seen, perhaps by law, I would guess, has this like purpose statement. So this is awesome. There's a bibliography, or there's a, what am I trying to say? There's a glossary. I'm helping a 5th grader with homework too much. I'm doing bibliographies. Okay, so cool. Yes, this is cool. So incorporate usage instructions, okay? If such content exists. Add.hint. such content exists, add dot in. So, incorporate usage instructions, such content, add dot in, calls for field. So here's my question. What would be like a document level, what would be like a document level? Let me actually go and read my own documentation. Well, Claude Code generated most of this, but let's go read the cookbook. Okay, basic validation, transformation, role and personality, complex conversation. All they have is description. I think there's really just type and description. I mean, we can just go read the system prompt and see it. Yeah, let's just go read the system prompt. That's my favorite part of the code base anyways, those prompts. Because they're just, because they're cross-project, cross-language. And they're just little templates. Okay. Now, so here's the traits. Characteristics and traits will be described below, right? I don't know why I did it that way, but whatever. Tidy it up. As soon as you encounter relevant information, use tools. Yes, yes, yes. Traits and characteristics about you, the Alice. Bullet, bullet, bullet. Traits and characteristics about Bob, the Bob. Bullet, bullet, bullet. How do you record field values? How do you protect confidentiality? Field cast definitions, right? How do you validate? Always ensure or satisfy before recording information. Right. Must rules, reject rules. Oh yeah, and then that reminds me, let's just get back on Claude Code. What did you find? Cookbooks, builder, readme, Python. It's, yeah, possible traits. I want to pull it all out. Test vegan. Yeah, I basically want to pull all this out. No. I want all this gone. Because all like behavior is now out of scope, pushed like up to the, you know, calling application, I want to remove all of this, every trace of this from the code base. No mention of possible anywhere. All right, let's pull it out. Oh, look, here's hints. Fields may have one or more hints, which are clarifications to you or tooltip style explanations or example content. Remember these hints and provide this information. Okay. So then what happens? To explain main ideas or examples to Bob, use hints. Ooh, I'm really cold. I'm going to turn off the... it's really cold. I got to turn... Dying. Okay. Can't type. I remember one of the first things... Let me have allergies here. I remember one of the first things I ever learned that I remember very, very clearly in Thai was a guy saying, "Mu yen pimไม่ได้ mu yen pimไม่ได้." He was joking. And it's the first sentence. I understood every word, every sentence. It's a simple sentence, but it's funny. And I remember really enjoying the Thai language. That moment. I was like, oh, that's so funny. It's a short, It's just hand, cold, type, no, can, you know, or a little bit less literally, hand, cold, can't type. And then in English, it would be, my hands are cold, I can't type. It's just funnier in Thai. It was funnier in Thai. I understood it. And I think about that guy all the time, every time. Now that I've moved back to the United States, a lot of cold hands in North America compared to Southeast Asia. All right, let's keep going. So, boy, it's really close. These hints, it already says tooltip style are clarifications to you. Fields may have one or more hints, which are clarifications. I'm just going to go and change the system prompt. Who cares? Which are either clarifications or like, yeah, which are either clarification notes for your reference to you, or I'll just say tooltip explanations or example content to guide the Bob, right? Remember these hints and provide this information or example content, tooltip explanations. Tooltip explanations or example content. What am I trying to say? Or tooltip explanations example content, etc. Yeah, exactly, for the Bob. I didn't want to reference the Bob again, but that's okay. Sorry. Or tooltip examples, etc. for the Bob to see. To see? To reference. To know. Fields may have one or more hints, which are either clarification notes to you or tooltip explanations and examples to the Bob. Remember these hints and provide this information to the Bob or tooltip explanations, which are either for you, for your reference, basically, or like direct tooltip, yes, content, right? Example, like examples. I like it. Boom. Remember these hints and provide this information to the Bob as needed. Yep. Yep. Fields me one or more hints. Okay, I like it. I like it. And so then for the moment, I mean, I think that like the test suite will still pass. Let's just go run a test suite real quick. What do I have? Yeah, test. npm test. Let's run both test suites because they both pull from that same template file. So awesome. And now I think there's some warnings. I think my test suite's not like spick and span right now. I think it's a little bit nasty. Which is the one that's skipped? let's see if I need an environment variable. It should crash. Well, I don't know. Here we go. This is looking good. This is looking good. Yet, oh, okay. Ooh, interesting. What's happening over here? Why is Python? Python's been really slow recently. Something must have changed. I have to check something. Something must have changed. This just typically runs about the same speed. Okay. Ooh, timeout. Let's just run it again and see what happens. Maybe this Python's timing out as well for some reason. No, look, it's plodding along. Maybe there genuinely is a problem. No. Oh, that's bad. That's inconsistent. No, that's super annoying. Nothing's more annoying than a test suite that sometimes fails. But anyway, good. I may or may not have messed up my prompt, but it's trackable, it's traceable, it's evaluatable. I got the evaluation framework too, so I'm happy. So let's keep going. So this thing's pulling out the possibles. Yes, pull it out of the test suite. Yes, yes, yes. I want literally no reference anywhere. So then let's keep going. Where was I? Here. Okay. So what I've changed is in the system prompt. Ouch, I'm doing two things at the same time. This is tedious. Oh yeah, let's add this MCP. That's really cool. Very fun. MCP, very fun. Wait, why did the cookbook change? Oh, the traits. So that's trait stuff. Here's the system prompt. Here we go. Okay, nothing's changed except this. That's it. Okay, that's it. So I've only clarified my tooltips a little bit. And so by doing that, but the thing is, because I'm about to do a RAG, I'm going to use these tooltips to basically implement a super simple RAG application in Chatfield right now. That's what's about to happen. So the way that's going to work is, now that I have tooltips, I just with text, with language, I told it, all right, there's tooltips, and then there's like your reference information. What did I call it even? I got to go pull it back up. I called it, I hope I called it, yeah, clarification, or let me say this, background, right? Background notes for your reference, or direct tooltip explanations and examples. Yeah, I like that better. Background. So now I'm going to make this thing where I said prefix. So now let's look for everywhere in this prompt. I mean, this is basically one prompt. Hold on. This is a 400-line prompt that I've basically written and maintaining like by hand. Okay, so let's go look for hint calls. Add hint. Use hint. Use hint. Use hint. That's fine. Background, right? Ask for the full SSN, right? Oh wait, no, I just rewrote it. It's called, oh wait, no, it's called background now. Yeah, it's called background. And same thing. Populate, we're gonna add a background and we're gonna insert it. So then, whoops, hint. Yes. 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 So really redundant, but I could just ask the LLM besides just wasting my time right now. Hint. That I think might be tooltip, huh? What is your email address? Background. Okay, we'll just keep it. Add hint calls hint. Okay, are we back at the top? Yes, we are. Wonderful. So that's all the hint calls in the entire thing. I know what I'm going to do. Let's see. Step 2, define the interview. Okay. Alice and Bob. Traits. Descriptions. This is not a good example, but whatever, we'll keep it. That's like impossible for the LLM to validate, you know? So that's a weird thing to say, but okay. Dot hint. I'm trying to, where am I going to tell it to use these dot hints correctly? Background, customize interview. Oh yeah, it's here for sure. Incorporate usage instructions. Okay. Incorporate usage instructions. Where else? Helpful. Okay, I know what I'm trying to say. Add hint, reflecting. I know what I'm trying to say. So the first thing I'm going to do in the recommended customizations is I'm going to say helpful context for LLM, right? Add dot hint background dot 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 containing context, comma, instructions, comma, I don't know about content, no. Or other containing like, what am I saying? Reference, like instructions or other LLM guidance. LLM guidance about a field. And then helpful context for human. Add dot hint tooltip. That's the point. If a field has a tooltip containing like user-facing content, examples, or like, you know, instructions containing user-facing content. Like, what am I trying to say? A la tooltip. Can I say? A visual tooltip. Okay. Containing user-facing tooltip content. I think it's clear what tooltip means. Okay. Incorporate user instructions. If such content. Okay. Incorporate usage instructions from the PDF content, file content, from the markdown, from the file content, from all content. Add dot hint. I almost feel like I want to like do this. I want to split it out. Use PDF tooltips containing user-facing tooltip content. You know what I think I can do? Especially containing user-facing tooltip content, either, right, content of all, what am I trying to say? If a field has a tooltip in the, right, tooltip fields, the .form.json containing user-facing tooltip content you must, yeah, do this for all all tooltip fields from the form.json and add your own as helpful, right? If needed, right? And add your own if it improves the form clarity, right? Okay, that's the point. So then clear descriptions instead of field IDs, use PDF tooltips so this thing can drop out. Yep. Roll up related fields. When a PDF splits one logical into multiple fields, example, SSN prefix, right? Use .hint to ask once and populate all parts, right? SSN first digits, hint, background. Ask for the full SSN, then populate this field with the first 3 digits, right? Other fields. So SSN middle, hint, populate from the full SSN if and when provided. Oh, that needs a background. Okay, done. Now, the thing about incorporating user add.hint calls, no. Here's the point. Recommended customizations. How to incorporate usage instructions. How to incorporate any usage instructions. And so then the point is, there's like document level and there's form field level. Or there's form, yeah, let's call it form level. So form is going to be a little tricky. Ooh, it did all the changes. Let's add it all in and check that in. I know I'm jumping around, but so no, what is this, traits? What is this, architecture? Oh, it pulled possible, yes. Trait builder, for adding traits, correct, wonderful, gone, yes, whoa. Okay, so this cut out a bunch of documentation. Nice, I love a red commit. I love a red commit. Let's keep going, yes. Oh yes, career changer. Gone, gone. Fields may have one more hints. That's my system prompt stuff. That's not related. Builder, trait up possible. Nope. We want that. We want that. We want that. We want this for sure. Ensure possible traits exists, right? There should be unit tests coming too. Gone. Start with explicit traits, add possible traits that have been activated. Yikes. No, 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 no. We're pulling it out. Get explicit traits. Traits, yeah. Whoa. Get one-liner. Good. Look at all that. Look, I have commented out code, possible traits. Yeah, good. I mean, it's minor, but good. What is this? Oh, this is unrelated. We don't want green. Okay, possible traits. Yes, take it. Take it out. Take it out. Whatever. I don't really care. Possible traits, yeah. Take it out. It's commented. Take it out. Take it. Check that vegan trait was activated. Because I think you could do a hidden field. I think you can do these traits with a hidden field now, basically. And especially if you want, I haven't tested any of this, but if you want to change the Chatfield object in the middle of the conversation, that's my theory, is instead of possible traits, you have a hidden field, or maybe something similar to a hidden field, some kind of trigger is kind of the idea, or something like that. But a hidden field could be a trigger at the moment. And then you have that hidden field indicate like whether they say vegan or something like that. And then you just go and change the Chatfield object. You just say, oh, well, Bob's a vegan now. You add a trait. You go Bob.trait vegan. And then you just push the conversation, you just carry on. And that's how Bob becomes vegan. That's how Bob gets a trait. And you could remove a trait that way. And you don't need, I mean, I know a hidden field is not beautiful and perfect, but I mean, like real world forms definitely have hidden, HTML forms are full of hidden fields. You couldn't do the web without hidden fields in an HTML form. So it may not be beautiful, but the solution, like the ugliness of the solution, is a well-known ugliness across the profession. So it's fine. Okay. Everyone knows hidden fields. Okay. Take it out. Take it out. Take it. What is this? Out. Gone. Gone. Junior. Gone. 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 Perfect. Gone. Oh, now we're in TypeScript. Gone. Gone. Good. No. 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 This is white space. What are we doing? Job interview? What are you doing? Why are you doing white space? Can I split this? This is annoying. Why are you doing that? No. Yes. No. No. That's weird. Yes. Take it out. I don't want traits. Gone. Gone. Possible. No. Gone. That's fine. Gone. Vegan. No. 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 Look, to do, it's not implemented yet. Of course it's not. Okay, we're done. Take it out. Done. Okay. Remove possible traits. The workaround, instead use, I'll say, like a hidden field, a confidential Boolean, and just change Chatfield, right? Just rebuild an interview with a trait. Yes, done. Perfect. Woo, that's the reddest commit in the whole project so far, probably. That's awesome. I love a big red commit. There may be some that superficially change a bunch of like generated code or something, but this is awesome. This is a proper commit. This is awesome. Okay. Now, I didn't run any tests or anything, but I expect that it'll be either working or close, and if it's close, I'll just amend my commit. That's how I usually do it. Now, let me think. Timeout. Super annoying. Super annoying. Okay. So that's awesome. Thank you, Claude Code. Thank you, Claude Code. So with that, there's still some diffs, which is, yeah, prompts and stuff. Wait, have I not saved this file? Forms.md? No, I didn't save that file. Jeez, I made a ton of changes without saving. Okay. How to incorporate any instructions. So I have to decide what would form level instructions look like. So I was reading the system prompt to think about form level instructions, form level guidance, such as, well, let's go read it. Let's go kind of maybe micro optimize slightly on this thing. Yeah. General instructions, purpose of form. What does general instructions say? Yeah. Instructions. Purpose of form. because they must obtain, and then what is this? Definition of a U.S. person. Cool. Definitions, maybe? Yeah, definitions. That's cool. Q&A. Oh, that's pretty cool. Purpose of form. Like glossary. Definitions. Glossary. Definitions. Like Q&A. Or fact. Q&A. Right? Don't they have Q&A? What is factor reporting? That's fine. Okay. So all of that form level instructions, how to incorporate any guidance. Form level instructions, that's fine. What am I going to say? What about form level instructions? Well, okay, so let's go read the system prompt because it has to be in the system prompt somewhere. So the form level instructions basically need to be, I think, just in a massive trait under Alice. So here's the Bob. Here's how you record, and then just at the bottom, it gets into the like data model, validation rules, how hints work. And so then here's your collection, right? Here's your form. There's a description, and then it goes into fields. So but the problem is only one description. You can't amend descriptions. So I feel like I'll just throw in a trait. Yeah, it has to go in a trait. The answer is it has to go in a trait. So we'll put it in a trait. Okay. Form level instructions should become Alice traits. Should become Alice traits. Indicating her knowledge, right? Should become Alice traits. Indicating her like background knowledge. Indicate like should become Alice traits, indicating background knowledge she knows, which she volunteers as like on demand, right? Like this dot trait. Okay, so then literally what am I going to say? Like that, right? So what would it look like? So there'll be a trait, right? And it's just a bullet list. Like literally, we can read it, right? Traits. Counters? What am I doing? No. Traits. Yep. Traits and characteristics about the Bob. About the Alice. And we just do a bullet. It's just a bullet list of the string. That's all it is. So that's simple. So dot trait. What is it gonna say? Has, right. From this form. Let's see. Has knowledge from this form. I may even ask the LLM to help me improve this. I feel like I'm not nailing it. Form level instructions, purpose of form, glossary. Has read, like has, oh, what am I trying to say? um, dot trait indicating background knowledge she knows, which she volunteers on demand. Let's just try that. Boom. Okay. Form level instructions. Form level instructions. Purpose of form, glossary. How to incorporate instructions. Form level instructions. Facts should become Alice traits, indicating background knowledge she knows, which she can volunteer on demand, right? Which she can background knowledge, yeah, can maybe I'm over the background knowledge colon. Okay, background knowledge. Let's just try this. From this form, background knowledge from this form. Nah, background knowledge, just keep going. Field level instructions, example. Okay, so now I got to find field level instructions. Let's go find field level instructions. So this is line 3B. I like that better. Maybe even, let's see, line 6, part 1. Enter your TIN. How to get a TIN. I mean, this entire thing should like be inside a trait, frankly. I don't know, it may be insane. I may have to make it summarize. And because again, like the goal is not to crush PDFs, it's to get PDFs working and in fact get to where there's no form metadata and to support no form metadata. Because that's basically an OCR call away. That's what's so kind of easy about it. It's not quite that, but it's one multimodal LLM call away, more or less. Sorry. Oh, let me drink some coffee here. Okay. Let's see. Maybe there's stuff up in the form. Note. Oh, yeah, totally. Line 3B. Field level instruction, line 2B. Note. What else? Anything interesting? Purpose of form. Yeah. Under penalty of perjury. Anything else? Oh, yeah, there's tons of note. Oh, yeah. Line 3B, note, or and in instructions in line with the form content. Right. Either instructions referencing either like, I know what I'm saying, pre or post form, either pre-form or post-form instructions referencing the form. What am I trying to say? Preamble. Either like instruction pros, prior or or after, before. Either instruction pros referencing the form, and also instructions inline, right? Inline instructions. Why am I not writing English? inline instructions within the form, the primary form content, right? Layout. Okay. Colon. So what do we do? For form level instructions, should become Alice traits. There's no should to it. Become Alice traits, indicating background knowledge, which Alice can volunteer on demand. Dot trait background knowledge. Right. Field level instructions, example line 3b, notes, instruction prose referencing the form, or inline instructions within the primary form. Okay. Field level instructions become hints for that field. Either LLM facing dot hint background either LLM facing or like user facing as a tooltip. Dot hint tooltip colon dot dot dot. My daughter likes to say dot dot dot. My 5-year-old dot dot dot. Okay. Add dot hint calls for dot hint calls to a field. I think we're good. So I think that's it. How to incorporate instructions. Form level instructions become Alice traits. Field level instructions. Okay, off we go. This is cool. Let's not have that. So example improvements, right? And is this even improved? SSN prefix. Wait, dot field? What do you do? Okay, dot field. Okay. Recommended customizations, helpful context for LLM, roll up related fields. I know what I'm going to say. Leave field IDs unchanged because because the downstream consumer, because the downstream software needs them leave the field IDs unchanged because the downstream software needs them like as is, needs them. Keep field IDs unchanged. Okay, so then let's do this. I'm gonna make this thing read. I'm gonna make this thing fix it for me. Go fix it for me. Clear. So check forms.md in the PDF skill .claude skill. I think that's close enough. I just added that field IDs must remain unchanged, but some examples change them. Make the examples respect the new policy, right? Off it goes. I bet it can search all of that out. I bet that'll work. Come on, Schwartz. Do it. Let's see how far we can get. Yep. Yep. Fix it. Thank you. Perfect, 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 perfect. This is the sort of thing like many years ago, you do like Emacs, you know, I even still use Vim. I use the dot character in Vim a ton to redo your last like edit, your last command. I don't know what it's exactly called the last thing you did, it'll redo it. Like in the same way undo will undo, it'll redo it. So anything you do in Vim, you hit dot, it'll do it again. I think it's dot. It's in my muscle memory. So, or Emacs or something. Ooh, nice. That was fast. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's see if that's all reflected. Perfect. 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 Good, good, good. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I didn't want to touch the keyboard. I didn't want to touch the keyboard. All right, how do I incorporate instructions? Perfect. And all my stuff is here. That's really good. I mean, I'm making changes and, you know, trusting the LLM. I guess I could make it back it out because it's in that chat, it's in that window, it's in that conversation. But I was thinking, ooh, I hope it doesn't ruin all this prompting I spent a lot of time thinking about. Okay. What are we doing? So, am I finally allowed to go? How to incorporate instructions. Okay, perfect. And then what? What's down here? What's all this? Oh, changes. Okay. Okay, let's go read the diff. Here we are. Let's go read the diff. You know what I'm going to make it do? I don't know why. I'm super lazy. Now change. To be a bullet list. I don't know why I'm feeling that lazy. So lazy. Let's see if it updates. Just hot. Perfect. Content as markdown. For any PDF, yeah, the file. PDF content as markdown, yeah. The form definition. The collected data, the filled PDF. Perfect. Now, extract content and form fields. First, extract the PDF content as plain markdown using markdown. Next, extract the fillable fields. Good. So that's all step one. I love language models. So here's my example. I guess whatever. I'm not going to think about that right now. Read the form, .json and form.md to learn and understand this form. Its broad focus, its fields and validations, its instructions, and its usage instructions, if any, right? Whoa, why do I do that? I got a little bug every time I save. Okay, save, okay. What are we doing? Editable zone, why is this, what? Okay, so then always configure, it occurs to me this might be hard to read. I wish I had like a way to, nope. I wish I had a better way to do it. Come here. Is it really? Come here. Something like that. Clear it. Where were we? Oh, it does do it. Come on, come on. Give it to me now. Fine. I'll just read the diff this way. I don't care. Always configure Alice modal. Yes. Always configure Alice modal. Okay, required. Records option. Okay, fine. I just updated the prompt a little bit. Actually, I could kind of check this in. Let's take it. And I'll take this too. Or actually, no. I'll just take the whole file. It's too immature of a project to split it up that way. And I want to see some progress here. Okay. Customizing the interview. Okay. All this stuff. Okay. Don't change the fields. Okay. Let me just take it all. I have to just take it all to get some velocity here. Okay. So, Hopefully, like PDF form improvements. Now, did I say MCP? I think I did. Oh, I did. Okay, now I just checked that in without even running it because it's Markdown. I'm prejudiced, actually. I got to work on that. I'm prejudiced. I did not even run that code. I just checked it in because it's Markdown. Who cares? And the answer is I care. That's super bad. Okay, this is still just a wart, a paper cut. I don't like it, but we're going to keep going. And then what's up with this job interview? What's going on? Did something happen? What? What's going on? Python, Chatfield. Nope. TypeScript. Examples. Java? What's going on? Oh, the white space, right. I don't know. That's fine. Okay. So, I guess I'll check this in independently. That's fine. The system prompt. Like prompt, system prompt. Clarification or system prompt, like definition of what is it, background LLM guidance versus system prompt definition for hints. Background is LLM guidance, semicolon. Tooltip is human guidance. Actually, I should really just say Alice and Bob. G, U, okay. Okay, the commit message is almost as long as the diff and the commit. Okay, and then what changed in this interview? What's going on? That's that, that's that. Everybody's happy. Okay, so let's actually do this. So, I mean, the way I did it, PD, nope. So Python examples PDF. So RM FW9. I'm going to keep my answer, but I want to drop out the done. Let's do RM-V. Huh? Dot form, yes. Dot values, yes. Done form values, that's correct. FW9 dot star. So I got my answer and I got my PDF. If I open it, it's just it's empty. Whatever, it's empty. Okay. So, wonderful. So, let's do it. Wait, what is this? Oh yeah, create test form is good. Let's do it. I'm dropping it out because I'm paranoid. We're redoing it. Okay. Look at my status line. I love my new status line. Okay. Sounds like a novel. Okay. Let's do it. Use your PDF skill. I'm still punting on that. To help me like complete the Python example fw9.pdf. It should be good enough, huh? Python example fw9. I'm sick of working for this thing. This thing works for me. I don't work for this thing. It's $1 billion computer. And I'm paying through the nose to run it. So it should work for me. That is in fact the story of all computers. Okay, PDF skill. Found it. Answer.txt. Oh, shoot. I always forget. Use your Playwright MCP to answer the questions. Answer them one by one. Okay. Now, did it run hold on, forms.md, check fillable. Oh, we're back to my scroll bug. Error, what? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. That looks like a FW9. That looks awesome. Whoa. Okay, wait. Python-C. First, let me read the form. Wait, what exit? Why did it exit? The markdown conversion via Python script. Let me use the MCP tool directly. What? Why did you do that? Anthropic? That's okay. Maybe there's prompting in the PDF skill. That's something I can look at. The file has not been read yet. Read it before writing to it. Oh, awesome. .form.md. Probably just error. What? Okay, that MCP tool didn't quite work, but as usual, it proceeded anyway. It's pretty cool like that. A lot of times, if you just log everything out, it'll see all those log messages and it'll put it all back together from the log messages. That's definitely what I'm noticing. For development, that's pretty fun. So what that does is that saves you like half of your loops in your developer loop, because, you know, quite often something doesn't like log out correctly, or, you know, something fails. But you've logged a lot of the information. It's just a matter, it would be an extremely tedious matter of copying and pasting or something like that to carry forward. And this language model can do it anyway. Wait, FW9 example? What are you doing? It's way off track. Hold on, it's way off track. Oh, it's off track. Hold on, it's failed. FW9 example. Okay, stop. Okay, stop. Okay. Okay, stop. I'm gonna tell it to stop. Maybe I'll ask it. Let's see if I can ask it. I know asking it, like, what were you thinking, is ridiculous, but I'm gonna try to see if it can fix my bug. Let's see how it did. Done. Good. There's my name. Good. But totally bonkers. Totally bonkers failure. It did this weird shortcut that I don't want. Okay. It did not use Chatfield to my knowledge. Okay. Okay. Now you need to help me with a bug. Need to help me with a bug in the PDF Claude Code skill itself, i.e. at .claude/skills/PDF. Okay. Like the execution, let me think. I think like at least two things went wrong. Yeah, this FW9 example.py. So we're checked in, right? Yeah, we're checked in. So that's, I was just saying, like, I wrote a ton of markdown and I checked it in. I didn't even run it. That would be a bizarre thing to do if it was code. If it were code, that would be the exception to the, not the rule. And here we are. Okay. Okay. The execution process. Okay, I think two things failed. These things failed from the intended, outcome. And I want your help and to, where in the prompting and in the skill code base, we could consistent desired behavior. Okay. So then here, bugs I see. Okay, off we go. So the first thing is, I thought the MCP, okay, all, into the .form.md file must use the MCP mark it down tool. I thought that tool could create a file. Could create a file directly. Is that not the case? Is Claude Code forced to memorize and then recite the entire content via a like full file edit? If so, we need a reliable, like LM friendly way to convert PDF.pdf to .form.md. So let me know if we need to like create new permanent Python code in the skill, which the LM can call, right? Something like that. Next. Then what went wrong? Then FW9, under no circumstances, right, should Claude Code create a new file, right? A new Python file. Just create a new Python file to do like form stuff, to like populate the form. Tell me what the goal was with creating. What are we trying to do? Let me just pop it into plan mode. I don't even know. With creating, what am I saying? FW9 example. Example.py. The intended like behavior must be modifying the Python slash, is it Python slash, it's Python slash Chatfield slash server. So server slash interview.py file, then executing the server in the foreground via python-m Chatfield, right? .server.cli. That server will run a background web like app and quickly and soon exit with all Chatfield collected, validated, converted, transformed values. The Claude Code must then use that output to proceed. Okay. I think that's the two major bugs I found. Let's see what it does. Whew, a lot of prompting today. Yep, they're in plan mode. Okay. Perfect. Let me get it out of flicker mode. All right. Yeah, I wish I could do output style, no flicker. All right. What is this? Ridiculous. Look. Oh my God. That's pretty cool though. Some of the prompting is working. Background. Oh, cool. Yes, yes, yes. Form W9 users request types. Awesome. Yes. Cool. I was thinking more though. I was actually expecting the entire document to be in here. Automated print. Oh my God. What? Wait, is it populating it from the answers.txt? Yes, it is. Springfield, Missouri. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh God, it's still flickering. Okay. I want to wrap it up soon. Let's see what it does. What are you doing? Based on the investigation, I can provide a comprehensive analysis. Wonderful. Let me present my findings and ask a few clarifying questions. Cool. A task with Explore Agent. Explore Agent? Okay. Okay, here we go. Based on the investigation, I provide findings, clarifying question. Okay. Should the PDF skill include a permanent Python helper script that wraps MCP? Are you insane? To create the form, or should the skill prompts guide Claude Code to call the MCP and then write the result? I want to use MCP. Let's do MCP. Update prompts. Improve. Explicitly tell Claude Code to call Markdown MCP, capture the output, then write the file. Let's do it. Let's do it. Next. The current instructions use passive voice. Should we rewrite it? Do it. Should we add explicit anti-patterns or warnings about what not to do? Do not create example Python files. Do not write standalone scripts. Clarify the correct behavior. Yes. For the server workflow, should we add sample output format? Exactly what Python prints to standard out so it knows what to parse. Yes, add example output. Do it. Rockapella. Okay. Let's do it. I want to run this thing like one more time and then log out. So something else is I want like every next bug. So what is it? If you look at, would you like to proceed? Do it. Yes. Next bug. I noticed the fw9 example.py, which like incorrectly created, erroneously. I noticed has, right, a data model, like has a data model with very background knowledge, very little, very few instructions, like few, if any, instructions from the pages of very like few, very little content from the multiple pages of instructions in that form. Ideally, all the key knowledge from those instructions is synthesized and, you know, like is synthesized and stored to the LLM, is synthesized and prompted to the LLM. All the key knowledge is synthesized and prompted to the LLM. Like form level knowledge is an Alice trait, and field level knowledge is a field.hint. Very little content. It should be, it must be like RAG-like. It must be like a RAG, like the PDF, because PDF and all files will be absent during the conversation. The Chatfield data definition is the only like information driving driving Alice. Thus, all key information and instructions, guidance from the form should be accessible, should be known to Alice, but not like improperly like cited or quoted, but not improperly like blurted out or like inserted, or should be known to Alice as a helpful reference. Right. As a helpful reference. RAG, you know, like a RAG function. Brought up upon brought up, like provided when Bob needs the information. Proved if and when Bob. Okay, go. They leave no ambiguity. I don't know if I believe that. Oh, cool. Look, maybe that's cool. This might be like Claude Code specific. This might be getting a little like not portable, but it doesn't matter. I mean, this dang software doesn't even exist yet, so I don't care if it's not portable. PDF skill box. All right, you fixed form stuff. Okay, I'm gonna let it. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Read that form.md. Totally. All instructional content, right? Into Alice's knowledge base, right? Knowledge base is not a bad. I think I call it background knowledge, so that's okay. Yeah, totally. Not word for word. The key thing is strip out everything except key information and knowledge needed to complete the form. Statements, legal stuff, etc. can go. Only the key knowledge about the form and all fields. All right. This is exactly your point. What did I say? All this knowledge must be extracted and embedded. Thank you. Whoa, are you step 2A? Critical. Okay. Comprehensive instruction extraction. Okay. Good. Okay, I think this is coming along. I think you got time for like one test. All right, so I'm going to remove, or no, let me just let it finish, and then I'll get going. Update step 2 to require comprehensive instruction extraction. CIE. Okay, let's do some CIE. Let me pause, or let me pause myself, or go off. Let's go read it. What is it doing? Okay, I want to read side by side. I'm dying here. Oh, I know what I could maybe do. Make it smaller. We'll try that. Okay. So what are we doing? Forms.md, interview. This is the server interview object. Don't care. Right. Cool. Whoa. Oh, the markdown file captured a, wait, what is that? Form.md? Weird. Let's just kill it, huh? No, that's fine. I said I wouldn't touch it. Good. Wait, so did it run? Edit Python track. Thoroughly read it to extract all actionable knowledge. Cool, good. UX improvements. What? User-friendly descriptions. Oh, UX improvements. Cool. So it wrote this. I like made a couple edits and now it rewrote it. Okay, cool. Ask for full background. Okay, awesome. Very happy. Very happy. All right. Okay. Okay. So I'm not going to check in. Okay, let me remove stuff now. I want all these files gone. Okay. Whoops. Ah. There it is. So I got my answers. Oh, form.md. Yeah, let's drop that too. Yep. Okay. So got my file and I got my answers. So exit. You've been lovely. Let's do it again. 32. I'm just going to run exactly the prompt. Check. Nope. Wait, where'd it go? Stop. Is there a history? No, there is not. Stop it. Oh God, this thing won't let me go through my history. Next bug. Here it is. I must have, okay. Ready? Complete the form. Maybe it's because I said Python example. It must be, because it did example, wasn't it? Yeah. I was casually saying this thing should work for me, and it failed. It failed. I got to keep working for this thing. That's what it is. It's just, I got to keep working for this thing. I think I need to update that to the prompt. Let's see. Mark it down. Look, okay, it exited out. Good. So I guess I'm just going to make it save the file. Yeah, fine. Save the markdown. I feel like it's already in the context window, like it's in there. So it doesn't help to say reread it. That's not like how this, I think it should be fine, but whatever. Oh, that might be a micro optimization. Let me save the markdown, extract the form fields. 2 seconds. So it's just writing it all out because it's a huge PDF. Well, I said huge, it's a tiny PDF. It's a tiny PDF, but whatever. I think it's writing it out. Control O. Yeah, I mean, like here it is, right? This is the entire markdown because it ran the mark it down on over the MCP. So the fact that I have Python helps. I mean, that was my whole point. While I'm doing here, let me just ramble. The whole point of doing Python and TypeScript is like if you're doing AI, you have to speak both. It's like living in Belgium. You have to speak both. And here we are. I showed up. Microsoft has this really nice tool. This is super, super, super. I've been working around areas like this. There's a ton for years now, 2 or 3 years now, about making PDFs like LLM friendly. Like I said before, I would just share. I would love to implement in Chatfield. I wrapped every paragraph that popped out of that PDF with a HTML paragraph tag and a unique ID, and then you can reference anything in the paragraph. And in fact, if you can track, and if you use document intelligence, I could just rebuild this in open source. If you use document intelligence will tell you the bounding box of that paragraph, and that's how you can reference the PDF. And you can say, here's the outline of that bit of text. Super straightforward, super fun. And so if you wrap that for a language model, I just said, you're a paragraph tag in HTML, you're a paragraph, and you have a unique ID equals whatever. And that LLM's like, oh yeah, a paragraph with an ID? Now you're speaking my language. And so then it'll reference that. And if those IDs are like UUIDs, it can't hallucinate them really. If it could hallucinate them, the worst it could do would be get the wrong ID, the wrong valid ID, which I think is kind of less likely than just flat out hallucinating stuff. Oh dear. Oh, 10,000 tokens. Extract the content. Is it saving the markdown? Because if it is, this is crazy. I've had my entire ramble. I was expecting progress. I've come back down to earth. So wait. Yeah. No. Good. Is it literally just writing it out? 11,000 tokens. Let's see. How big was it? .form.md? Not big. Not big. I don't understand. Oh, no. That has an exception in it. No. That has an exception in it. It'd be way... Look, minimal, fw9.form.md, right? Boop. 924. No. Does it wrap? Is it wrapping? No. That's no. No. Okay. It'll pop out soon. If I just let this thing spin on all these tokens, I think it'll do it. 4 seconds. Ooh. Update your to-do status. So now let's do it. Come on, Schwartz. Cool. So wait, the JSON is 4K and the markdown is 38K. Okay. That's fine. You know what I could almost do through prompting almost would be to say, hey, like just split this or just read it in parts or something. Whatever. This is all this could be optimized. And then the other thing is that if I do pip freeze, grab, what is it? It's not for, I gotta wrap up. Grep, what the heck is it? Mark it down. So the core markdown API is in here too. And so I could just go Python. Oops. I don't know if that's right. Import markdown. And so boom. So there were examples in there. Ooh, there's also Docker. No, that's MCP. That was MCP. So I could run markdown not MCP and just make it a Python a bit of Python code. Whoops, I just deleted my thing. Hey, Google, stop. Hey, Google, set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay, let me switch back to unnamed, yeah. And then bump it up. Was it that size? Okay. So, Playwright. Wait, is it running? Behind my back? It's running behind my back. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. Hi, we're doing your W9. Okay, let's go read what stuck. Okay. Wait, hold on. I don't want to read it just yet. Forms.md. I think I'm just going to take it all. Whoa, geez, it's a big rewrite. Oh my God. You must now edit the server file. This is the critical step. Extract all form knowledge critical. Jeez. Calm down. Okay. Okay. Roll up related fields. Jeez, it expanded it out. It's huge now. But that's okay. Was it just like 10,000 tokens? Ooh, it's flickering. Jeez. 100,000. Okay. 100,000 tokens to run it. So we've got everything we need. Have a wonderful day. Did it exit? It might not have exited. If the server won't exit, just send it a kill signal, a term signal. That's what I implemented, I think, yesterday, the signal handler. Hope it works. Thanks. I'll say thanks. Good idea. Let me send it a term. Awesome. Did it work? Oh, it's flickering. I bet it did. See, it's got all these logs and it can totally put it. Let's see if it does that. Not bad. Not bad. No. Oh, cool. Cool, 6 fields. So wait, what is it doing? The server's still running, but it won't auto-terminate. Let me manual. Yes. Totally. It does this every time. This is so awesome. I love this. Okay. Parse the results. Let's check it in. I gotta check it in just to get it done. Oh. No. Examples. So form.md is a new one. .md. Hit ignore. So then what? Whatever. Version. Whatever. So then Chatfield. So what? Oh, nope, don't care about that. VS Code and then Claude. Okay, so that's cool. So this is a huge. Yeah, this is a bit verbose, but let me just take it. Claude Code like edits to the workflow, to the PDF skill. Commit. I haven't added anything. Whatever. Dot. Okay. And then these we don't care about. Now, let me let it like finish. Oh, the completed for W4. Okay, so let's look at the form. And then the final thing would be, let's do tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay, underscore done. Still might. I haven't really confirmed. Copy all the Python work to TypeScript. That's fine. With that done, the goal. No, that's like. That's waiting. Okay. Tomorrow. Multi-language, or let's say this. Right. Completing a foreign language form, PDF, form, using Chatfield. This session, I, like, I build Chatfield examples to complete foreign language PDF forms. Okay, that'll be tomorrow. So that's the plan there. Anything else not committed? I think we're good. We're good. Clear. / wrap up. Come on, Schwartz. Okay. And then the final thing is let's actually go enjoy. I think it kind of worked. I haven't tested it enough. But if I go pull that Chatfield, that data definition. So if it read the, wait, I need to like do that, right? If it read the server interview file, yeah, here. This should have tons of referenced information now. Maybe. Hint. Exemption. That's cool. Only fill. Right. Includes city, state, and zip. Now, is there any tooltip? Must. Oh, you know what I need to do? There's one last thing, and then I'll be done. For tomorrow's plan, I need to update the so instead of .must, make it be a .as call to just convert to what the form rather than burden the user, right? Okay, that's a huge thing for tomorrow's plan. So let's just see if it wrapped up. Wait, did I push? Okay. Let's read it. Get out of here. Daily. So if I refresh, let me get a 1104 daily. Yeah, massive work on the PDF workflow of the Claude Code skill. Using an MCP tool from Microsoft to read the PDF, I think it's much more reliably and usefully able to ask the conversation. So tomorrow, I'm going to finish the example of the W9 and then also pull in a foreign language form and have Chatfield ask me in English, what can you do? You know, what about all of the fields of this form? So hopefully I can answer them in English and have it complete the form in a foreign language. That's the goal. Okay. Thank you.